Okay, today we're going to look at ancient Greek transliteration for chads, not for cucks. This is called the Library of Congress version. It's the one I recommend. I think it's the easiest to read, and I think it's the most consistent. Alright, no surprise to anyone. We start with alpha and A. After that, beta and B. No surprises here until we get to gamma. In that case, usually a G, a G, which makes sense. However, on some occasions, you will translate it as N. This is when you have two gammas together. So the first gamma will become an N, making the full sound ng. Alternative is when you have a K letter, like chi, kappa, or xi. Again, the gamma will be an N, and then xi, kappa, and chi will just be themselves. Next up, unsurprising to anyone, we have delta, followed by epsilon. That's the regular E. Next we have zeta. Unsurprisingly, it's a Z. Followed by eta, which is an E over the bar. I think eta, is typically pronounced as A. So, yeah, it's like a longer E. Then you have theta, th, no surprises there. Iota, I, beautiful. Kappa, K, stop the presses. Lambda, L, so far all these are pretty simple. Mu for M, yes, not a U, it's an M for mu. And then nu, which looks like a V, is transliterated as N because it makes an N sound. Nu. This one's kind of interesting. So xi is X. So X is x. Very similar to English. And then we have omicron. Quick note: the omicron is not the same as the letter O. So in if you try to copy paste omicron, it's a different symbol. By the way, omicron means O micron, tiny O. Pi is P. That might be a little surprising to some people. Then we have rho. So the RH, I think, is it doesn't really matter. I think it just depends on if it's at the beginning of a sentence or not. I guess one thing I should explain is that the letter H appears in Greek at the beginning of words if there's like a rightward facing apostrophe. If it's a leftward facing apostrophe, then there's no letter H. And then you have sigma, which is S, unsurprising. And then there's lowercase sigma, which looks a lot closer to the letter S, as you can see. They're both lowercase sigma. End of sentence sigma, which looks a lot closer to the S. Not end of sentence, end of word. There we go. That's the sigma you use at the end of words. Tau, T. No surprises there. And then let's just use scrolling for the rest of these. Then we have U, which is sometimes translated as Y, sometimes U. I think it's U, and it follows a vowel. Usually it's Y. But I guess the difference is it's upsilon, or maybe upsilon. So the Y makes you think U, whereas the U by itself is U. So the second half of U is just U. Then we have phi, pH. No surprises there. Chi, ch. Psi, ps. And we finish it all off with omega with O with a bar over it. So yeah, so in the end, yeah, just remember that O with a bar over it is omega. E with a bar over it is eta, the letter that looks like an H but isn't. Or actually it looks like an N, but it isn't. And its capital form looks like an H. And then when it comes to gamma, sometimes gamma is an N. The end.